Okay, so you can see here today what I've been doing is laying in areas of base coat. You can see I work on a warm ground, so after I've demarcated the light and shade areas with some burnt sienna, allowed that to dry, I'm now going to go over that with just some base coat colour so I can basically see how my colours are going to work out within the whole composition. So what I've done, I'm going to work on the top, which is going to be a pinkish colour. So I've just mixed up a little titanium white and Scarlet Lake. Now you don't want to use good brushes for this because you're being quite rough with the brushes. So I just use these old worn out brushes, and what I do is I lay in just roughly some of my colour. And then with the dry, worn out brush, just smudge it in. You don't have to be too pedantic. You see the underdrawing still shows through, but we're just making the beginnings of covering that up so you don't see it in the final painting. You might not want to work on a warm ground, you might choose a yellow or a green, or you might just work on your white canvas. I like to work on this warm Venetian red ground, which is just basically a wash with a rag and turpentine. So you can see here you're being quite rough on your brush, so you don't want to use a nice brand new expensive brush. Okay, so here's our top, just about finished, and you can see that we now have a pretty much nice translucent layer of our final colour. Well, not our final colour, but the colour in general that we'll be using over the top of our ground. It still lets our drawing show through and some of the modelling of the light and shade areas. And we now want to let that dry for about 3 to 4 days before we do anything else to that. So this lets me see now the colours I've chosen to work with, and I'm happy with the pink because in a painting like this we don't have a great deal of depth as far as horizon's concerned. So the warm colours of the top are going to help pull the sitter forward from the cool colours, which will recede. The dog's not blue, he's actually black, but I don't like to use black. That's just a personal thing of mine. I will finish him with a mixture of Prussian blue and Van Dyke brown, and those colours together give a very, not a black, but a very dark colour that has some life to it. I find that black is just a dead colour. So there we go.